Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside JJ. I can't remember. I'm a little flabbergasted.
Alongside whoever's here
Jeremy
today.
Yeah. Jeremy Jeffcoat is with me today. I've got to think. It is Wednesday. Okay.
That's right.
Glad for you to be with us today, and glad for all of you out there to join us each and every day, Monday through Friday, here on the Auburn Blitz. Had a little technical issue yesterday, so we left you a little prematurely, but thank goodness.
It was a scary one.
It was.
Basically, for those, we'll give a little technical inside jargon. There is a machine in the television studio that basically is the brain of the television operation. Yeah. And about somewhere around 11:35 yesterday, there was a pop and then a very strange smoky smell coming from said machine.
Yeah.
It's not good.
That's not good. That's not ever good.
But Ryan got back into town yesterday evening. We got in here and replaced the power supply in it, and it seems to be fine. So we can all just keep our fingers crossed that the power supply was the only issue.
And we're certainly all glad of that. Absolutely. Yeah. So,
especially with everything that gets started this week.
Yeah, and it's perfect timing.
Yeah, perfect. Right, I mean, we had Sports
season.
Blitz last night. Football season starts Friday, and yeah.
So there you go. Well, again, welcome you in to all of you out there joining us on Facebook Live, on Spectrum Cable, however you might be tuning us in. We appreciate you being with us each and every day. We will bounce around and talk about some things going on in the world of Auburn athletics. We'll squeeze in a Braves segment if we have time. Braves, after losing 4 of 5 on the road to the hated New York Mets, they have now won,
Eight
in a row.
Yes.
So that is exactly what you want to be. They have beaten the Mets twice in Atlanta in dominating fashion, 13-1 and 5-0.
Different animal tonight.
Now you get Scherzer and DeGrom, but hey.
No starter announced tomorrow either. We can talk about that later. Yet.
Yeah.
We know it's either going to be Kyle Wright or Max Fried. So.
Right. So, but anyway, those 2 games today, and then you got the Astros after that in Atlanta. They're one of the better teams in baseball as well. Of course, a rematch of the World Series last year. So Braves got some tough games coming up, but you blink, it's kind of weird how this has gone. But Braves kind of, they struggled and really cut down the lead the Mets had built early in the year in the first half, and they'd gotten it down to about 2.5, and then all of a sudden the Mets, run out in the second half and they beat the Braves 4-5. And it got up to 7.5, and you thought, well, okay, they've kind of established themselves. The Braves have just kind of whittled it back down to about 3.5.
3.5, yeah.
So it got it kind of where they want to be. And we'll talk about Mike Soroka. Oh man, what a great! It just makes you feel.
Yeah,
good.
I don't hold out any hope of anything happening this year.
I'm not, no, but I mean, just for the dude to go out and throw.
Hey, through 4 innings, scoreless, no walks, 8 strikeouts.
Lovely. I mean, just tremendous. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Braves extend Michael Harris. We can talk about that. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Probably, I don't know how it could be a bad thing, but we'll talk about that a little bit moving forward in today's show. Kind of kick things off. This is something that we kind of look at. I like to look at every year, but coacheshotseat.com. They literally dedicate their entire lives to ranking coaches on the hot seat. And they pour in a lot of data, how everything that's going on with these coaches or whatnot, and they rank them as far as how hot is the coach's seat. Now, why is this relevant? Well, obviously, Brian Harsin, a lot of people feel like his seat may be warm. Clearly, there was everything that the hullabaloo that went on last year after the 6 and 7 season of his inaugural season at Auburn. They have him ranked at 40th.
Yeah, that's not very
40th.
high. I
Not
mean,
very high at all.
yeah.
So I'll just throw that out there. We'll run down the top 10, and then there's some, I'll just throw out some names that people know on the other side. But number 1 on the list, Scott Frost at Nebraska.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I mean,
Nary a winning season.
When Scott Frost was asked at the really, really funny line, and I forget who said it, somebody on the SEC network or something. Scott Frost said, we have areas that we need to improve. Somebody on the SEC network said, yeah, like playing football would be an area you need to improve.
Yeah.
There's really, and I know, look, everybody points out that they lost I think 4 games by 7 points or less or something like that. That's not a resounding yay for the coaching staff, right? I mean, if you can't win 7-point games, you're not going to be very competitive in big-time college football. That's kind of what we pay the coaches for, right?
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of Mike Shula at Alabama. Every press conference was the same. It was this. We are so close.
He did have a line one time that literally made me laugh. He said, "We're trying some stuff and doing some things."
Yeah.
If that don't make you feel confident,
Yeah, really.
But,
yeah. 4 seasons for Scott Frost, nary a winning season yet. And last year, after you say, look, we're circling the wagons, we're doing this, we're doing that, and you go to Illinois and lose to first-year coach Brett Bielema at Illinois.
Yeah.
It's
bad.
I'm surprised they didn't fire him after last year. Jeff Scott at South Florida. I think we asked the question a couple of weeks ago, is Charlie Strong still at South Florida? The answer is no.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jeff
he's
Scott,
been gone for a couple of years. So Jeff Scott there, 1-8, 2-10. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Jeff Collins at Georgia Tech, 3 seasons, averaging 3 wins a season.
I had a lot of hope for Jeff Collins when he went to Georgia Tech.
Former Mississippi State DC, right?
He is, and a good DC. And the thing with Georgia Tech, I realize that the academic requirements aren't the same as some other schools, but you are in Atlanta.
Yeah.
There is no reason for you not to be able to pull at least some really good 4-star players out of your hometown,
And you knew there was – I mean, you had to give him at least a little bit because you're going from triple option.
That's right.
So there's got to be some transition there, but 3 wins. Come on. I mean, you got to show some more improvement than that.
Yeah.
So this probably last year for him unless he does something pretty special. Here's one, though, David Shaw at Stanford.
I hate to see him on the list because I do think he's a good coach, and I think he's a good guy. Right?
Yeah.
So I hate to see David Shaw on the list.
He's been at Stanford for quite a while, but it's one of those. It's the age-old. What have you done for me lately?
Mm-hmm. Last 3 years have been very bad.
Not good. So I mean, going all the way back, 11-2, 12-2, 11-3, 8-5, 12-2, 10-3, and then the last 5 years, 9-5, 9-4, 4-8, 4-2, 3-9.
But 9-5 and 9-4. If you're at Stanford, that's pretty respectable, man.
I'm not.
If you're winning 9 games a year, I'm not unhappy with you at Stanford.
So what is the last 3 years? What has been the problem? You think?
I don't know. I don't. To be honest, I don't pay that much attention to Stanford.
You're not up on the Cardinals?
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not.
We'll see what happens with that.
I couldn't tell you one player out there right now.
No, I couldn't either. Yeah. After McCaffrey left, nobody.
Yeah.
Number 5 on the list probably surprised some people.
It's a little. I think that's a little. I think that's high for him.
Perhaps it's just that the Texas coach is always on the hot seat.
Maybe, but he's had an outstanding recruiting class.
5-7 last year.
Got a big time quarterback coming in.
A disappointing 5-7, I will say, last
Yeah,
year.
but Texas last year was the same as they was the year before and the year before and the year before. They're soft, and I don't know how you change that in a year or even 2. That may take you 3 or 4 years, but just physically soft. They get pushed around way too easy for guys with 4 and 5 stars by their name. So. Yeah, I think that's a little high. I think Steve Sarkisian would have to match that 5-7 or worse to be fired this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good call. Number 6, Dino Babers at Syracuse. You know, beating Clemson a couple of times. He won 10 games his third year. 5-7, 1-10, 5-7. Those are the last 3 years.
1-10 will put you there in
That's not good.
Yeah.
That is never going to endear you to anybody.
That's right.
1-10. Our old pal Butch Jones at Arkansas State.
A little surprising after just one season, but Arkansas State's used to winning games.
There again, 2-10.
2-10. 10 losses, double-digit losses will put you on a hot seat quicker than almost anything.
Judd Fish at Arizona, 1-11.
Again double-digit
but took over a program from Kevin Sumlin that he drove into the bedrock.
Yeah.
He took a bad program and made it worse,
Yeah.
and then handed it to Fish. So Tim Albin at Ohio, 3-9. Nobody really cares. And Carl Durrell at Colorado, never been a good coach. 4-2, 4-8.
Yeah.
He's not good.
He's not going to make it. No, not going to work here anymore.
That's your top 10 hot seat. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours. Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling in to Glenn Smith Buick GMC in Opelika. Right now, get GMC Acadias up to $4,000 off. Buick Envisions up to $5,000 off. And GMC Sierras up to $6,500 off. Or choose 0% financing.
We have hundreds of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs on the lot or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team, saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248, 256-397-0248. I think we got a phone call, JJ.
We do. To the lines.
Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Andy, how you and JJ doing?
Good. James, how about you?
Oh, pretty good. Hadn't seen the general, so I'm running good. Hey, I got a question for you. Brahms, he banged up that knee last spring, I think. And I'd read or heard something about that he was, maybe going to miss several games, or they didn't know about what his situation was. Who would you replace him with? Jaleel Irwin, he's got the most experience, or you got that Tate Johnson and Avery Jernigan, who are two redshirt freshmen, both out of over in Georgia around LaGrange somewhere, I believe. So I'm just curious on that because Council has played 2 or 3 games at center, but he's more of a guard or tackle. I mean, he's not somebody I see that knows all the signals. It's just curious to it. What do you think?
I've heard 2 different things about Brahms in that. Like you said, one of them was that he just had a little procedure on both knees, kind of post-surgery kind of thing, and they were just being tender with him, and that's why he didn't participate in the scrimmage, and they still expect him to play, and I that's one. And then I've heard others say they're starting to get the idea maybe that he's not going to play, but if he doesn't, they sure are talking up Tate Johnson. I think there's a reason for that. Will Friend said that he may be the most improved guy in the whole room and all this. Jaleel Irvin played in the bowl game. He didn't do a bad job, I didn't think, against Houston, but I kind of at this point wouldn't be surprised to see Tate Johnson if Brahms doesn't play, for him to be lining up at center.
Yeah. Well, I just know how important that is about calling the villages and the
huge
this and that and others, and that's where you play always starts, and the better off the guy that knows the most, I think, probably ought to be there because he knows more of the signals and maybe can recognize more of the defenses. But that's for Will Friend to figure out. I just was curious about it because, like I say, there's no play that starts if center doesn't touch it first.
And there's that relationship between the quarterback and the center.
That's right. Yeah, it's a 2-pronged thing. The center's where all action is and where it starts. So
that's for sure.
Be interesting to go back and look at championship teams and their starting centers and how many of them had All-Americans or All-Conference guys at that position. I'll guarantee you it's going to be a lot. It's just such a critical
they're
position.
important. They sort of like sort of like the Wickles pickles. They're devilishly delicious,
Yes.
wickedly delicious. The center needs more credit, but that's all right, too. Anyway, well, y'all have a good day, and good to see you both. Talk to you on the phone.
Appreciate it, James. Thank you. Yeah, some comments rolling through here. Brett says, hope that smoke in the control room wasn't a foreshadowing of Auburn's season going up in smoke. Let's hope not,
All right.
for sure.
Brett woke up in a negative mood today.
Mr. Tuck says, Charlie is at Miami. I guess he's the DC at Miami.
Okay.
No, Kevin Steele's the DC at Miami, right?
Maybe Charlie's coaching linebackers.
Maybe he's a position coach now. Interesting. Ty says, how about them Braves? I know it's going to be tough tonight against Scherzer and then DeGrom tomorrow night. But I'll take 3 out of 4 against the Mets. They're in the toughest part of their schedule with the Braves, Phillies, and Yankees. John Chauncey says, apparently, David Shaw has had a lot of turnover in the coaching staff. He hires really good coaches and then he loses them.
He usually loses them to the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that may be a big problem he's dealing with the last several years. Ty talking about the Braves signing Michael Harris to a deal. Brett says, looks like Brahms is done. It will be Tate Johnson at center now. Okay, what does the quarterback spot look like so far? That's what John Paul wants to know.
Your guess is as good as ours.
Yeah, TJ Finley apparently has at least begun to separate himself. That seems to be the word from the first scrimmage and from Brian Harsin. Take that for what you will. There's a couple. I think there's another scrimmage Friday. That one will have massive implications on the depth chart as well. It's not to say that Zach Calzada or Robbie Ashford, for that matter, is out of it. It's just that perhaps I think T.J. Finley's been the most consistent so far. So I think that's just the beginning. It's still a long way to go. There's still a lot of practice to be had. If Brahms is done, that would be bad. I mean, I don't want to say it was terrible, but it would be a blow for sure for this Auburn team. Brett says Brandon Council will be the center if Tate can't get it done. So there you go. James just brought that up with Brandon Council he's kind of a jack of all trades. He's probably played quite a bit. So
sure.
Boy, that would again, that would not be ideal, certainly. Just kind of going back and rounding out the conversation about the coaching hot seat. Just some names on the list. 18, Pat Fitzgerald at Northwestern.
A little surprising.
I mean, look, that didn't make any sense to me. I get it. You got 3 and 9, 2 3 and 9s in the last 5 years, or the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But you also got 2 division-winning. You went to the Big Ten title game 2 out of the last 5 years.
2 out of the last 4.
So, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
So, you're Northwestern, really. Clark Lee already at 2.
Look, it takes a special kind of guy to stay off the hot seat.
You're always on the hot seat.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you until 1 o'clock today. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us, brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. You'll be glad that you did. This is an interesting little stat. This is kind of one of those that I harp on and have for years, but this is it puts it all into perspective and all kind of collates it. But power success
rate. I want to challenge this stat just a little bit after you explain.
Power success rate. What does that mean? That is simply the percentage of runs on third or fourth down with 2 or yards or less to go that either get a touchdown or a first down. Third or fourth down, 2 or more or less yards to go that either result in a first down or a touchdown. Auburn's power success rate last 2020 and 2021, the worst that it's been in the last since 2014. 6-5 record, 6-7 record, not a surprise.
But, and this is where I think that can be a little bit misleading.
Okay.
One, because it goes back 7 or 8 years. There has been a bit of a shift in philosophy in college football as a whole. over the last 7 or 8 years on 3rd and short. And this is an NFL thing too. 3rd and 2 is not a running down anymore in the NFL. It's about half and half in college. You know what I mean? It's, well, if you can't get 2 yards, a lot of times you can't get 2 yards. If they pound the box, it's hard to get 2 yards. So if you don't at least have the threat of, I'm gonna throw it right over you here, then people are going to load 8 in the box, and I don't care who you are. It's tough to get 2 yards with 8 in the box. But I do think it stands to reason because you look at last year and the last 2 years, really, and I think everybody agrees offensive line has been a major weakness for Auburn in the last couple of years.
Yep.
And so I don't think that's any surprise that they've struggled with power running, late in downs.
Could you not say, though, in general, let's say if you got the ball on the 2-yard line and you say, I'm going to give you 4 downs to run the ball in.
Now, that's not what the stat is.
But I know,
it's not 4 downs from the 2.
Mentality.
It could be 3rd down
Let's
and you get it down to the 1.
Okay, let's say it's 3rd and 2 from the 2-yard line.
Right.
And I'm saying I'm going to give you 2 downs to run the ball in. If you can't make it in, then I don't know. You should go home.
Yeah, that's not always a doable thing, though. You're not guaranteed to get a yard on every run with the way defenses are today.
I mean, you're not guaranteed, but I'm still of the mindset that if you cannot get a yard, then I don't know why you're out there.
Yeah, but I mean, there's lots of runs that go for no yardage or lots of defensive guys with tackles for loss. It's not like you're guaranteed a yard on every run.
There are, but you average more yards than you lose, so you ought to come out ahead in the average.
Yeah.
So I'm just, and this is not a coincidence that.
And a lot of times it's coming, right? If I'm averaging 5 yards a run.
Yeah.
A lot of those runs might be a draw play. The defense is set up for a pass. I hit them with a draw.
Right.
Or, something like that, and it busts for 10 or 15 yards. But then if I'm in a down and distance where everybody knows the run is coming, a little harder to get to that 4 or 5 yards,
Well, when Gus Malzahn was coaching, everybody knew the play anyway.
Well,
no matter
yeah.
if it was a run or a pass.
Especially after a big play.
Yeah. So, there's an anomaly in 2015 and 2019. I mean, that's really the only anomaly because the chart, it goes like 2017, 80.6%. Auburn had less than 2 yards or less, 3rd and 4th down. They made it 80.6% of the time. All right, but 10-4 record. You win 10 games, 7-1 in the SEC. The records decline every year. You have an 8-5, 8-5, but the 2015 7-6 was a 78.7% success rate, and 2019 was a 72% success rate. They actually won 9 games that year, but
2015, though, who was the quarterback that year?
Well, it started Jeremy Johnson.
Yeah,
and it was quickly moved to Sean White. So.
Again, everything's complementary, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't exist in a vacuum.
But
if you're running the ball with no threat of the pass or passing the ball with no threat of a run,
right?
Then
it's not a coincidence though that as the percentages drop and they go from 80.6% success rate to 60% success rate in 2021, the records fall. So it's just it seems like you say, well, it's just a 3rd or 4th down on 2 yards to go, but that if you can't make that, that speaks to so much more about your team,
so much of it's situational too, right? There's 4 minutes left in the game. You've got a 4-point lead, and you're trying to run out the clock. 3rd and 2.
Exactly.
I don't want to throw it here because I don't want to risk a turnover. I really need you guys to get this 2 yards and pick up this 1st down so we can run another 2-3 minutes off the clock, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah, there's so much. Yeah, there's so much to it. It just and there's some other pieces of that too. That Auburn has struggled with since 2017, lack of explosive plays. That's one of chunk yards. We always hear coaches talk about that. You've seen that in the teams that Alabama has been really, really good at that, at these throw a short pass, gain a long, 10-yard pass goes for 50 yards because you run after the catch. Or
some of that is the players you recruit, obviously.
Yep.
Jalen Waddle doesn't come along very often.
True.
But
Alabama, it seems to come along every year.
But some of that too is scheming. Getting your guy matched up against an inferior guy.
I was going to bring up
and
Ole
getting
Miss.
him the ball.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, good example of that. I think Steve Sarkisian was outstanding at that. As is Lane Kiffin.
Right.
At getting the right guy matched up against the wrong guy for the other team.
No doubt. We got to take another break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
One special evening with 22-time Grammy winner Vince Gill. Saturday, August 27th, 7:30 p.m. Gouge Performing Arts Center at Auburn University. Two-time ACM Entertainer of the Year, Vince Gill, live in concert. On sale now. Buy tickets at the box office or visit GougeCenterTickets.auburn.edu.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, 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 Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you for a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. The Braves 72-46 now. As we mentioned, winners of 8 straight games. They got 2 more with the Mets, then the Astros, on the road with the Pirates, the Cardinals, and then back home to round out the month of August against the Rockies. So in good position, 3.5 back from the Mets, but solidly, in a wild card if they don't end up winning the division. But the hitting seems to be, they hit a lot of home runs.
It's pretty obvious this team wants to win the division. They're not They're not just thinking give us a wild card.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, which has really been cool to watch. And you know what? He took a lot of grief early in his tenure, but Alex Anthopoulos, give that man some credit, because you take a look at the deal he gave to Michael Harris yesterday.
8 years, $72 million.
Now let's take a look. There are 5 players that he has locked up on these long-term deals.
Youngest player in the major leagues, by the way.
Ronald Acuna, Michael Harris, Ozzie Albies, Matt Olson, and Austin Riley. If you can't build a team around that core, I mean, you fill in with your veteran guys here and, young guy there, and, but you can build around that core for years to come.
And look at the choices that they've made in the draft.
Yeah.
I mean, homegrown guy, Mike Freed, and
Harris, another Atlanta
Strider,
product. Another Atlanta product. Austin Riley's not an Atlanta product, but he's a Braves country kid. He's a Mississippi kid.
Right.
Matt Olson's an Atlanta kid. So, you got to give Anthopoulos, it's been a pretty genius build the way he's done it. And he's really set the Braves up. Max Fried. Here's an all-star young pitcher. Steven Strider looks like he's going to be there, for a while. Kyle Wright coming around.
Yeah.
You got 3 young arms there that can be with you for a while, who can do some things. I still don't think the book's closed on Ian Anderson.
Oh, no.
And
hopefully the book's not closed on Mike Soroka.
Yeah, and Mike Soroka, if he ever can get healthy and stay healthy, You
mentioned 4 innings, 45 pitches in a minor league start in Rome, 8 strikeouts. First time he had pitched in 743
and no
43
walks.
days.
And no walks.
No walks.
Yep.
We'll see what happens with that, but here's the other thing, too. It's kind of strange how things have started, but the Yankees were 56-21
right
through April, May, and June.
Right.
They are 16-24 since July 1st. I don't know if I've seen a turnaround quite like that.
Well, keep in mind when they were 56-21, like you said, the national sports shows. What'd you hear? It's over.
It's
the Yankees or bust. Take the Yankees or the field.
Are they going to win 100? Are they going to beat the Mariners? Are they going to win 120 games? I mean,
So that's why it's sort of like when the Braves. Remember when the Braves were hovering there 2-3 games under 500? We talked first couple of months of the season, and there's somebody on Facebook, hey, is it time to?
Hey.
Is it time to close? I'm like, well, we still got 120 games left. Let's see what happens. But and Snicker said it best, right? He said, baseball card doesn't lie. If a guy is a 260 hitter that hits 25 dingers, he's probably going to hit somewhere around 260 and 25 dingers. Give him time.
Now the Dodgers, though, they've won 80 games already.
4 former MVPs on that roster.
Freddie having a good year too.
Yeah,
right? Good for him.
I feel good. I feel good. I know he wanted to be in Atlanta, and Atlanta people wanted him to be in Atlanta, and the Braves wanted him to be in Atlanta.
Yeah, it's easier for me to feel good for him and root for him with Olsen doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Olsen with 25 homers and 75 RBI.
Hitting right at 250, I think.
Yeah.
Which he's kind of a 260 career guy.
Yeah.
But he's a guy that hits 30, 35 home runs.
And he can drive in 100. So, I mean,
that's what you pay him for.
That's exactly what you pay for. Interesting story, Miles Brennan, no longer apparently with LSU, has decided to hang things up when he did not win the starting job. But this is one of those weird, kind of NIL related. So NIL cannot be based on performance.
Right. Then it would be an inducement.
Yes. Which you can't do that now.
Can't induce.
Cannot do that at all.
You can pay them.
Yeah. So he just, he keeps the money. I would assume that once he quits the football team that those contracts probably become null and void, but everything he's made up to this point,
I'm looking at like Raising Cane's,
I don't know hardly any of these things.
Smoothie
Kings,
Game Coin. I mean, they're not. They don't worry about it. But yeah.
What would be small sliders?
I don't know.
Are we talking sandwiches?
I'm guessing Hollingsford Richards Ford probably wants their F-150 back, or, whatever.
That may be true. We might have a repo situation. Just an FYI there, Miles.
Memo to all car dealers out there. Those players, they get to keep the money even if they quit playing.
Miles comes out of there's a boot on the front tire of his F-150.
What's that line in Blue Chips where Penny Hardaway comes to Nick Nolte and it says if I transferred, my mom gets to keep the house.
What do
no.
you think?
Yeah. No.
We got to take a break. We'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our best rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this rainy Wednesday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Back on the air tomorrow, same time, same channel. JJ, it is August 17th. This is my favorite. I've done this one before. This is my favorite on this day ever.
Okay.
1957, Philly Richie Ashburn fouls off 2 pitches and hits fan Alice Roth in the stands twice in the same at bat. The first one, I shuddered to laugh at this part, but the first one hits her in the face, breaking her nose.
Yeah.
And then he hits her again when she's on the stretcher.
They're taking her out of the stadium on the stretcher.
I mean, what's the chances of that? He hit 2 foul balls.
Alice, you did something bad.
I'm telling you. I mean, I know I assume he probably felt bad about it, but I mean, it's just, I can't, the chances of that have to be microscopic.
Had it hit her in the broken nose the second time, I mean, that would have been, that story could go even crazier.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
He hit poor Alice Roth twice, broke her nose one time, then hit her while she was on the stretcher being carried out of the stadium. I don't know why, but that always is my favorite on this day. 1973, Willie Mays hit his final home run, number 660. Also on this day, think about this, August 17th, George Brett goes 0 for 4. And was batting 401. What did I say?
You said 0 for 4.
I said 4 for 4, raising his average to 401.
Great player.
This late in August was hitting 400, above 400.
One of my kind of childhood
I think he hit 390, didn't he? In 80, around that, 394 or something like that. Incredible. Yeah, one incredible hitter for sure. Happy birthday on this day, August the 17th, Samuel Goldwyn.
That's MGM, I'm
of
assuming?
Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
Yeah.
1882, Mae West.
Yes.
I mean, one of the first sex symbols, maybe, I guess you could say, in cinema. 1893, Maureen O'Hara in a lot of John Wayne movies.
Yep.
Redhead, Big Jake, The Quiet Man. She was in Miracle on 34th Street. Bob De Niro.
Love Bobby De Niro.
Great actor.
Almost every movie that he's done, I like. I can't, I'm trying to think of one that I don't.
That's good. Yeah. He made one, I don't know, he made a couple like in the 90s that were just, they were okay.
You know, all those years of watching Bob De Niro, and then he does Meet the Parents, and you go, oh my God, he's funny.
Yeah.
He's really funny.
I watched Heat yesterday.
Yeah, Heat's a great
I mean, all time.
It's the only one that him
favorites.
and Al Pacino go face to face, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, they did one after that.
Did they?
Where, they were both cops. I
thought that was
50
Heat.
Cent was in that. This was after that.
Okay.
This was like 10 years later or something.
Okay.
It was not nearly as good as Heat. I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me. How about Kevin Rowlands? No, I skipped Guillermo Vilas. He was a tennis player. But Kevin Rowlands, Come On Eileen.
Oh, yeah. Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Dexy's Midnight Runners. Also, Belinda Carlisle.
Yes.
The lovely Belinda Carlisle. The Go-Go's, and had a nice solo career as well. Sean Penn, born on this day.
Weird dude. All around strange, probably not a very likable person.
I would go with that.
However, for my money, one of the great actors of his generation. Absolutely. If you've never seen, what's the River movie? Something River.
No, Clint Eastwood?
No.
Mystic River?
Mystic River.
Yeah, Clint
That's
Eastwood.
Eastwood directed that?
Yeah.
He is as good in that movie as anybody I've ever seen in any movie.
Mm. I love Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go from Spicoli to Mystic River. I mean, you're right. Dude's got some range for sure. John Gruden fell off the map.
He was set up, is what he says.
Well,
yeah.
Look, I mean, we've gotten to a point to where this canceling business. I mean, if we're not willing to extend some grace and forgiveness to people, then we're lost. 1963, Dottie Pepper, golfer, commentator now. Ed McCaffrey, father of young McCaffrey.
Ed McCaffrey was a fullback, is that right?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver, okay.
Yeah. Won a Super Bowl with Denver.
That's
and,
right, that's
John
right,
Elway.
yeah.
Christian Laettner.
The misfit on the dream team?
Well, he was the greatest college player of that time, I would say.
Is he better than Shaq?
Oh, yes.
Do you think so?
By leaps and bounds. He was I would say, a far better college basketball player. There's no question. But that's my opinion. Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah.
You a big New Kids fan?
Yeah, of course. And who's not?
Who's not? Really? He's in Blue Bloods now. He's actually turned into a decent actor.
There you go.
Jim Courier.
Tennis player.
Yeah, won several
Yeah.
Grand Slams. Jorge Posada.
Huh?
Catcher with the Yankees back when they went on their long run. Antoine Randall.
One of the Slash players from the Slash movement there for a while.
Played college at?
Indiana.
Yeah. Of all places. And Dustin Pedroia. I mean, is he even a borderline Hall of Famer, you think?
I don't think so. I think he's just below that.
Just below.
Is where I would put him.
I mean, he had some really, really good years and was on, I guess, all of those Red Sox World Series teams.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. That Red Sox jersey sometimes can get you in, but to me, he's a notch below that, but he's not too far off.
He's a Red Sox Hall of Famer, but he's not a Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Probably so. Yeah, I would think that's probably. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Again, join us tomorrow. He's JJ. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.